Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your Spirit Guide messages for January 2019. I'm going to start the reading off by pulling a card, and the message on this card is what your Spirit Guides would like you to focus on the most in the month of January for whatever's going on in your life. So let's see what comes out, Scorpio. All right, listen to your heart. So a lot of signs actually got this card this month. Scorpio, this right here is telling you that there's going to be a lot of circumstances going on around you. The way things are playing out, the way everything looks in January or coming into January might be very scary, very shaky, very unfamiliar. You just don't understand. And this is saying to you, Scorpio, listen, don't get caught up in your mind. Don't get stuck up there, spinning stories, thinking about all the what ifs, worrying about things, feeling anxious, questioning, rehashing, obsessing. None of that. Like, we need to get 100% out of our head and drop into our heart space in January, because that is where you're going to find solace. That is where you're going to find clarity. And that is where you're going to find the answers. And also with this card, it's like the path forward doesn't look or seem logical to your brain, to your intellect. And if you try to analyze it, you're going to talk yourself out of progress, out of change, out of movement forward, because it's not going to seem logically the right way to go, the right thing to do, the right thing to put yourself through, all right? But what your heart is telling you, what you're feeling really strongly drawn and led to do, that is where you listen. That's the pull. Whatever that's saying, that's what you do. And it's probably not going to seem logical at all, but that's what you do. And I'll give you an example. I did the tarot dice interactive reading for all signs, and it's just 4 different dice to choose from. And the third dice, the message was nothing that I wanted to give in that video. It was incredibly long, and I didn't like it at all. And I was actually kind of upset, like, Spirit, like, I wanted these to be really fun. And, and if I hadn't spent like almost 25 minutes on that particular dice message, I probably would have redone it, just because it didn't meet my intellectual expectations. Obviously, it met the expectations of my heart, because that's where I'm channeling from doing the readings, right? But my intellect was like, what is this? This is not at all what I wanted, or who would even relate to this. Come to find out, more people seem to have chosen that number 3 option and resonated with it and loved it. And I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? Like, really? That message, Spirit, that message? And that's my point, is if I would have listened to my intellect saying that's not good enough, that's not up to par, that's not what I wanted, I would have taken that message away from so many people who needed it. But my heart knew, no, that's the message that needs to be given. That's the message that was given. So that's the message you're going to put up, even if your beautiful mind doesn't want any part of it. And so I did. And it really resonated with people, much to my surprise. So, Scorpio, you've got to listen to your heart, even if it doesn't seem logical, all right? Because your mind may be tricking you. Your mind's trying to stay attached to old thinking, old patterns of behavior, things like that. But your heart, your soul is like, nope, Scorpio, we're going to go this way now. We need to take a left-hand turn here, because that's the destiny of your life journey. And taking a left-hand turn here means we've got to go with heart and soul and leave the mind out of it, because the mind will trip you up every single time. So in January, Scorpio, you've got to hear your heart. And also with this, if you really, and I just feel like I've got to say this one more time, if you really want something, or you have certain expectations of how something should go, you've got to, but your heart is kind of giving you warning signs that that might not pan out. That's probably not the best way. Like, you just have that feeling, but you want it so bad. You need to listen to your heart, even though it's saying what you don't want to hear. Just like I had to listen to my heart telling me what I didn't want to hear and share. But I'm glad I listened to my heart and not my mind. Probably, I don't know, a year, 2 years ago, I would have not even uploaded that. I would have just redid it because I wasn't as tuned in and trustworthy of spirit, of my own intuition, and just the flow of energy and how things are supposed to work out. And now, like I said, whether I like it or not, it's there because I just do spirit's work. And no, in my intellect, it doesn't always seem logical or like what my expectation is, but my heart knows. Listen to spirit. Do it. Spirit will never lead you wrong. And that's not to say spirit decides and dictates everything I do. I mean, we have free will, but spirit definitely co-creates with you. So do not ignore your heart, your soul in January. No, no. That should override everything, actually. So Scorpio, let's pull you some more cards. I feel like I need to do a shuffle. All right, right there. All right, so, ooh, I feel like both of these actually. Okay, so this is the artwork on your first card, and this is the artwork on your second card. So your first gate is gate 6, which is conflict, the fundamental design component of progress, the law that growth cannot exist without friction, the energy for producing life itself, friction, feeling emotional and sensitivity. So Scorpio, this right here goes perfect with that, right? Because there's a conflict between head and heart. And your guides are like, look, the friction, that type of thing is for your own growth, and it's actually leading you to trust yourself more and to be stronger in your own intuition and really break old patterns and habits that you've really been trying to get out of, okay? So that is the message for that card. And then this is gate 25, innocence. So it's like you've got the heart is innocent, the soul is innocent, right? The perfection of action through unconstrued and spontaneous nature, to love everything equally, triumph and survival, enrich the spirit, and result in the wonder of being. The spirit of the self, the spiritual warrior. Wow, Scorpio, yes, yes. Go with your heart. This is where you're headed, okay? It's the spirit of self. You are the spiritual warrior, and there's innocence here. There's friction, but it's because you're blossoming, you're transforming into a different version of yourself. Like energetically, if you're really spiritually gifted or you've been on this ascension journey, January is a big, big month for you to make big strides and changes in your energy and your thinking and your emotions and your patterns of behavior. We have this Leo total lunar eclipse full moon on the 20th, 21st, and I see that being very powerful for you, Scorpio, because it is time for you to transform into a different version, a different shape of yourself, and your heart and your soul are so leading you, but your mind keeps tricking you. Your mind talks you out of it. Your mind makes you afraid, okay? Get out of that mind. It's beautiful, but it is not helping you in January. It's tricking you. It's time to make new choices, and not intellectually, but with the soul. So let's pull another card, Scorpio, and gain more information. All right. Look at that. We have trust and we have paradise that wanted to fly out. So this is you not trusting your path. This is you not trusting your intuition. This is you not trusting spirit. This is you wanting to trust your mind, your intellect, and hold on to old patterns of doing things and handling emotions. But it's time, Scorpio, because these two right here, this transformation, this elevation, this ascension, this new shape, this new version of yourself is a much, much happier place for you, okay? It's, even though you're very comfortable and familiar with your life and you know what to expect in your relationships, at your job, in your home, it's, and if you're spiritually gifted, the way you receive messages from your guides, it's time for an upgrade. Really, it is, but it's happier. And again, it comes by you listening to your heart and your intuition and trusting spirit, like really trusting spirit. No matter what it looks like, no matter what challenges are unfolding, Scorpio, seriously, there's like a big time breakthrough going on, big time upgrade, elevation, expansion, reshaping of you and your path. I mean, butterfly goes from a caterpillar, right? So yeah, that's a card that came out for you. So let's pull some tarot cards and get more information. Okay, you guys got 6. I only meant to grab 5, but I got 6. So let's see, Scorpio. Okay, ooh, look at this. So we have the 2 of Wands. So this is like choice and taking action. What's the action? Listening to our heart, listening to our soul, because wands are fire, our spirit, are the ethers of creation, and it's time to go with that choice opposed to the mind. And next out would be the Page of Pentacles. And then let's see, now we have the Wheel of Fortune. Oops. And the Knight of Wands. The 3 of Swords, and ooh, the 8 of Cups. Look at that, Scorpio, nice. Yes, so this is where we're trusting our heart and our soul, and we're staying completely out of our head, all right? And here's the messages and the guidance from Spirit being given to you. And also, this could be where you're having a conversation with somebody and it just, you're like, wait, what did you say? And it's something very significant or profound to you. It doesn't really mean much what they said, but it's such a synchronistic thing that it means everything to you. Wheel of Fortune. It is time, Scorpio, for the wheel to turn, for you to shift and expand, because we have Knight of Wands. So this is the movement forward, the action. Well, what's the action? To get over the 3 of Swords, to walk away from it, all right? 3 of Swords, sadness, heartache, anxiety, depression, worry, emotional wounds, confusion. And Swords is the mental energy, right? So you have 1 Swords card here, and that's what we're getting over. The rest are spirit or emotion. And then this is major, and these are court, but I'm just saying major, spirit, mind, and emotion. And this is what we're overcoming. Scorpio, this 3 of Swords, we're walking away from it. You see the 8 of Cups here? We're walking away from those 3 of Swords. But it's a choice that you make to listen to your spirit, to listen to your heart, and not your head. And it just, that's what shifts the wheel for you. Scorpio is dropping down into your heart space. That's what shifts the wheel for you. The energy gets moving and moving quickly, and it just gets rid of this 3 of Swords energy. You move on from it. You transform out of it. So that's very lovely, Scorpio. Let's pull you an advice card. Okay, something is not quite right. Wowza. It says, beware that something deceitful may hide behind a mask. Be aware as well that some unpleasant energy may attach itself to your surroundings. Declutter and detox. Sever your connections to negative influences. Seek help. So, Scorpio, with this, to me, this is really telling you to get out of your head about yourself, about your life, about situations, relationships. Like, really, that just balls you up and trips you up. It keeps you in this Three of Swords. Like, you can't sort anything out in the intellect, because what you've been through, what you've been going through, what you've been feeling has more to do with your soul growth and development than it has to do with the storyline of your life, and you're humanizing all of your experiences and trying to make sense of it from that avenue in your intellect, and it's just like you're spinning your wheels. You know something doesn't feel right, but you're like, I don't know. Well, dropping into your heart, dropping into your soul, and making your choices from that space and that space only, you just see the truth in everything. And even if the truth is something you didn't want to know, it doesn't have the power to hurt you like that, because what hurts us is our thinking about things. All right? The way we perceive them is what triggers the emotion behind it. So the more you drop into your heart, into your soul, you start seeing everything from a different perspective, which helps ease this, and then you can walk away from it and the wheel turns. All right? So, Scorpio, let's pull you one last card for advice. All right, so this is the artwork on your card, and it is a mind card. Imagine that, a purity card, I should say. And look at card 11. I love that. It is pure intention. Or, I'm sorry, pure mindfulness. And it says, mindfulness is the miracle by which we master and restore ourselves. With mindfulness comes the awareness that what has happened in the past is only a memory, and that what is going to happen in the future is but a form of fantasy. Be still and open to the most precious moments that life presents to you. All the opportunities and blessings to be found are unfolding for you in the now. Yes, Scorpio, pure mindfulness, which is not being in that mind, not overanalyzing, not, rehashing, spinning stories, trying to understand. It's the quiet mind when we drop into our heart space, into our soul, where all the answers start coming forth to you. Okay? So, Scorpio, those are your messages. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.